Hi, I'm Nida. I'm representing Nife. Nife is enabling connected last mile computing. Before we understand why connected last mile computing is important, let's understand why today's cloud will not work for tomorrow's applications. Because there is asymmetry in network topology. This means that there is a single cloud location that is connected to multiple devices, and the data stream creates bottlenecks, leading to high latency and bad user experience. On the other hand, applications for tomorrow need a faster response time, and it's practical to sustain a local device compute. There is an ecosystem change that is happening where telcos are rolling out edge data centers. Hyperlocal edge data centers are also mushrooming. Applications are becoming smaller and smaller and containerized. While there is an intermediate location that is coming up, there is still a lack of communication between edge and cloud itself. Welcome, Nife. Nife is an operating system for edge economy. We aggregate infrastructure providers, that is ISP, mobile networks, public clouds, CDNs, etc. We orchestrate applications and bring them closer to where the end user is. And at the same time, optimize for cost, performance, and latency, keeping in mind the application data needs. Nife offers a one-click deployment where end users can come to our platform, select location, and push their applications into multiple regions altogether. This creates a low latency user experience. We also provide real-time monitoring, have an intelligent load balancer, and we predict and monitor applications with caching mechanism. Edge platform and software market is growing 25x. It's 2 billion in 2020 and it's reaching to about 50 billion in 2030. This is with a CAGR of 54%. The supply drivers include 5G rollout, deployment of telco and edge servers, adoption of containers, whereas the demand drivers include remote working, especially with Cohort scenarios where ultra low reliability latency use cases are more and more important. A competitive landscape includes competition that is more focused on bringing cloud to an edge location, or they are more focused on building hardware that is more focused to providing an edge ecosystem. Our main competition is Mutable and Ori. They are both in an early stage and working towards building a low latency edge cloud with software orchestration as a primary focus. We charge customers based on API calls, compute, and storage. We also charge customers based on a license, and this is per subscription for a certain API calls. Since we have a supply and a demand ecosystem, from a supply perspective, we've started targeting hyperscalers, we've moved on to data centers, CDNs, and then telcos. From an enterprise perspective, we started piloting with standalone customers, anchoring with them, and creating an ecosystem of channel partners, taking that co-created product and pushing it onto our PaaS platform. Attraction so far has been very solid. We have about 700 plus edge locations. This is 300 locations worldwide. And this is given access to large ecosystem of locations which hyperscalers, a single hyperscaler does not have access to. So we have managed service providers, telco locations, new edge locations, and hyperscaler locations that are part of the ecosystem. We have completed 2 enterprise pilots, and we've moved on to working towards our paid pilot. We have created a bunch of channel partners who are willing to work with us with the piloted products, and we've created an GTM partnership ecosystem. We've been working very closely with universities and consortiums where edge is important so that we are hooked onto the right ecosystem. So far, apart from the pilot runs, we have filed 2 patents, and we are now on verge of releasing a platform. We have raised about 150K from different ventures, and our target is now to have 1,500 edge locations in next half of the year, focus on telcos, and move towards building our low latency cloud. From the team perspective, I'm Nida. I have 10 years odd experience in infrastructure applications, including running developer communities and startup communities. I was a previous CTO of a fintech startup. Bajaj has about 2 decades odd experience with large telcos, carries in-depth understanding of markets such as Asia, Africa, and Middle East. We also have Afzal on board, again with 2 decade odd experience in data centers and IoT. We've been funded by Antler Marl and NetApp. From a fund perspective, we are looking at raising 1,500 million. This is primarily focused on product development and releasing our product into multiple regions. With this, we plan to achieve a 10K USD MRR. And apart from that, would love to have you connected as to potential beta customers, infrastructure partners, and strategic investors. With that, I leave you onto a note saying it's easier to invent the future than to predict it, and Nife is building a future of real-time computing. Thank you.